Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review. And today we are reviewing some figures from the Star Wars Choose Your Destiny box that was sent to us by our good friends over at Hasbro. And this video we are going to be reviewing the two mission fleet pieces we got out of that awesome box. So we've got the Mandalorian with the hover E-Web cannon from the very first episode of The Mandalorian, and the Dark Trooper with that awesome battle frame with a jetpack, wings, rocket launcher, blasters. This thing's pretty tight looking. And these are two really awesome additions to the Mission Fleet. I know we haven't done a ton of Mission Fleet reviews here on RebelScum.com. That will probably change sometime soon in the future because I really like the Mission Fleet. I think it's a really cool line for both collectors and for young fans as well, because it is, while it's a really good kids line, it's also a really awesome action figure line with continuously being put out cool vehicles. So, and the hover E-Web cannon is just another awesome addition to that. We're going to go ahead, we're going to start off with the Mandalorian and the hover E-Web cannon here. This again is a really awesome piece. You'll note that this has no window whatsoever, so this is part of their windowless packaging. Got some awesome artwork of the Mandalorian on the E-Web cannon up on the front. You got some play features on the back, mostly showing off the firing missile, and rather on the side. And then on the back you've got product shots of the figure, the E-Web cannon, all that good stuff. And that's pretty much it for the box. Oh, there we go. I was having a hard time getting that open. And right there, you've got, like a lot of the action fleet pieces, you've got the cardboard tray, you've got the vehicle pieces. I mean, it's not really a vehicle, it's more of a weapons emplacement, but we'll just say vehicle for now, at least it hovers. You got that piece right there. Then you've got this envelope right here with our figure and accessories in it. I actually like this more than the tissue paper wrapping that they do with a lot of their figures. Even some of the Mission Fleet figure releases have the tissue paper. I actually like this a lot more. These little paper semi-cardboard envelopes that are just taped down. I think that's a much better way to wrap or encapsulate the figure inside the windowless packaging, and it also makes it, in my opinion, I think it'll make it easier to know if you're buying something off the shelf whether the inside or the internal bit of the packaging has been tampered with in any way. I already did my pre-cutting, that's why this is open, but yeah, I like this better than the tissue paper. Plus, tissue paper is very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Weak, I guess. It's just easy to tear, easy to get out. You know, I feel that's a little bit sturdier. I feel a little bit safer with that personally. So here is our little Mando, and he looks pretty great. Nice paint job on the armor there. This is based off of the first set of armor we see him in the series. So he's got the brown chest plate, the brown gauntlets, the Shore Trooper gauntlets, the Shore Trooper right pauldron, the possibly Beskar left pauldron, and the mismatched thigh plates, as well as the Shore Trooper boots, or shin pads, I guess. And then, of course, there's the bright Beskar helmet. He is very articulated, because despite the size of this line, these figures are actually very articulated. We've got head on a ball joint, shoulders, wrists, nothing at the elbows, hips, and that's pretty much it. Not quite 5 POA, but for a line this big, you know, pretty good. Pretty good in my opinion. He also has his little pulse rifle, or the Bident, his blaster pistol, and then of course also packaged is the missile for the cannon, which the cannon is also pretty cool, pretty easy to assemble. So we've got the base here, and I like how it's got these little clear plastic legs to kind of give it that little hovering effect when you have it just sitting on a surface. And assembly is pretty simple. You just see that little hole right there, you take that little peg right there, you plug it in, boom, all assembled, all done. Nice and easy. So you got your little cannon. It does articulate, it does rotate. You put the missile in at the end of the barrel. And it fires. That was a really good shot in my opinion. Very nice. And then of course, there's little peg holes right here for the feet. So you take your Mando or one of your other mission fleet figures, you just peg them down, and then you can put his hands on the weapon and placement controls. And there you go. That easy. It looks awesome. You can recreate that iconic scene where Mando just fires his grapple line to the E-Web cannon, pulls it to himself, hops on, and just takes out all of those goons that are trying to blast him in IG-11 in the very first episode of The Mandalorian. And next up, now we have the Dark Trooper. And the Dark Trooper also looks really awesome. So this is one of those smaller carded releases. And here he is. He's got that awesome wingsuit jetpack harness thing. And despite that awesome amount of armament on this, he does still come with the blaster rifle that the Dark Troopers have in the Mandalorian series. You got that artwork there on the front. On the back, you got product shots of the figure. On the side panel here, you also have a Death Watch Mando and Boba Fett artwork from previously released figures in this line. Pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. Now, he's a little bit more simpler in his packaging. Like I said, they still do the tissue wrap on even some of these guys, which isn't my favorite, but hey, it is what it is. And then there is the wingsuit harness. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know those came off. Wingsuit harness thingy. That is on a hinge. So that's also pretty cool to notate, is on that awesome harness that he comes with, the weapons articulate as well. So you can have them hanging back, you can have them in the upright position. I think that's pretty neat. We'll get our Dark Trooper. Oh, this one's like a tissue paper baggie. Well, I guess that's better than just wrapped in straight up tissue paper, but even still, you know, I like the little cardboard or cardstock like envelope a little bit better. All right, and here we have our Dark Trooper, and he looks awesome. The detail on this mold is very, very good. It makes sense, as simple as this figure is, that this is the first Dark Trooper to actually hit markets from Hasbro, whether you shop at Walmart, Target, or online. But hopefully the Black Series and the VC ones will be out very soon, because those look even better. But it's really cool that there's a lot more detail on this mold than you would have thought. They actually put some really cool work into the Mission Fleet line, and like I said, I hope it's a line that keeps on going, because as far as like a collectible line, it is still, in my opinion, very collectible. And if you're trying to get some young Star Wars fans started, this is a really, really good line to do it with. Plenty of cool figures, plenty of cool vehicles. They're pretty affordable. And you don't have to worry about cracking open that VC piece that may have taken you a while to hunt down if your kid really wants that same ship or character, you know. So here we have his blaster. It's pretty much the same articulation as Mando over here. Head's on a ball joint. Very articulated shoulders. Now, you don't get that full 360 because of the shoulder pads here. Hips, rotating wrists, and that's pretty much it for articulation. If you want to add his awesome little wingsuit here, which I like that there's even some like tie like wing paneling on the back and some of the detail. I think that's pretty cool. You just take that little peg, it pegs right onto his back. Now you could also put this onto pretty much any Mission Fleet figure that has a peg hole on their back. So even Mando over here, you could take his cape off because it just pegs directly onto the back. You could put this on the Mandalorian as well. It's your action figure. Play with it how you wish. But this dude looks awesome. That would be really cool if in canon at some point we see the Dark Troopers again and we see one of them flying with this awesome weapons harness as some kind of special experimental piece of tech that maybe Moff Gideon tested out and didn't use because perhaps it was just too expensive, or maybe it just didn't test very well, who knows. But I could see this being used because we know that Dark Troopers can at least fly in atmosphere and in the vacuum of space as well. But this would be kind of a cool little in-canon like vehicle for them to use, or attachment for them to use, so that they could perform like a vehicle in space, kind of like you know, like Separatist fighters, how they had droid fighters. But this would be, I would think, a little bit more maneuverable than that, as like an experimental thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments how you would like to see this used in canon, if this was something to be used in canon. And there you have it, guys. There are the two awesome Mission Fleet packaged figures that we had from that awesome Hasbro Star Wars Choose Your Destiny box that we got to unbox and play with some of the really cool toys that they sent us. Stay tuned for some more, because sometimes they like to send us cool stuff like that all the time. So I'm a big fan of those. I like it when they send us big boxes of toys to play with, because I like playing with toys. I'm cool. Well, I wouldn't say cool enough, but fun enough, there we go, to admit it. Check out some of our other sponsored content as well from some of our friends like Gentle Giant and Entertainment Earth, because there's a lot of fun friends of ours out there who like to send us really cool stuff for viewer viewing pleasure, because they want to spread out the love in the community and show you some of the cool things they have to offer, and we're really happy to do it for them. So make sure you go check them out as well, and make sure you're going to the website every single day. There's something posted on rebelscum.com every single day. Like and subscribe, follow us on social media, check out rebelscumshop.com for some of our awesome swag and merch. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel Scum.